Welcome back to the City Outskirts Tournament Expert Division opening round, hole number 17. Here we're going to be using a Kingmaker, setting up for a Grizzly bounce up shot. The adjustment for the drive is P3 plus 10% max, 5.2 top spin, 2.6 left spin. We're going to do a half a ball left curl, no overpower. What's important here is you want to pull this one straight with a slight 1159 flicker. We don't want to roll too long here. If you roll too long on this drive, it changes the way the approach plays. And you could still play it, but you'll have to change the spin set. So P310 max. Straight with an 1159 flicker on the drive. Half a ball left curl. And the reason I'm zooming in on this is because I want you to see where the bottom of the ball is. It's just above that triangle here, right? You don't want to be touching this triangle. You want that little gap. You see there's a little gap right there? Make sure you have a small gap there. If you're touching the triangle or if you're pulling into the triangle, then you're going to have too much OP. And it's not that it's devastating, but it just changes the way the approach plays. So to avoid having to make changes on your approach, just make sure you're not adding any overpower to this shot. 5.2 top, 2.6 left, half a ball of curl, 1159 flicker, P310 max, no push up, no OP. We're looking for 374, 375 on the drive here is ideal. The approach shot here plays P3 minus 10% at slider. We're using 2 backspin only. Here's what I'll tell you. If you do get a long rollout on your drive, if you're anything 378 plus on your drive, then you will need to play your approach shot with 3 backspin instead of 2 backspin. If you're longer than 378 and you try to do it with 2 backspin, you're going to end up pulling into min club. You won't be able to get your full adjustment in, and it's going to screw you up. So trust me on that one. If you drive 378 plus, then play your approach with 3 backspin only. Everything else stays the same. You're just going to add an extra bar of topspin so that you don't pull into min club. The approach is P3 minus 10 at slider. Generally, if your drive goes well, it's going to be 2 backspin only. You're also going to pull this one straight with an 1159 flicker. We're doing a bullseye pin check. You've seen me stick my bullseye up over the pin, right? I was getting my pin check numbers. So if you're at the +0, it's 19 slider. +1 is 20. +2 is 22. +3 is 23. 4 is 24. 5 is 26. +6 is 27. +8 is 28. +7 is 28. +8 is 30. +9 is 31. If you are 1 ring short from being able to do a pin check, it'll be 33. 2 rings short is 34. 3 rings short is 35. 4 is 37. 5 rings short is 38. If you're long, so you go to stretch out and you don't hit plus yards until you're behind the hole, then 1 ring long is 18. 2 is 17. 3 is 15. 4 is 14. And 5 is 13. Hopefully you don't have to worry about that unless you get a crazy rollout on the drive. But beyond that, The only other thing that you need to know here is check for the glitchy spot. So after you add your 2 backspin, you're going to want the ball guide aimed center cup and about a cup short. But before you go to adjust and shoot, make sure you pull it back towards the tee a ring and push it up towards the hole a ring, and make sure you're not in a glitchy spot. So you want to, the idea is that you don't want to be within a ring of the glitchy spot. So if you just barely pull back a little bit and you see the ball guide glitch out, then you're going to need to add more backspin because we're slightly over adjusting this shot. So if you are set up too close to it on the bottom, your second bounce is going to land short of where you're actually aiming it. You're going to catch the glitch and you're going to speed through the hole. So just make sure that you're set up above the glitchy spot by at least a ring, and then you shouldn't have any problems with a glitch roll. Backspin as needed. If you need to add more backspin to avoid the glitchy spot or for a long rollout, don't worry about it. It still plays the same slider numbers. It is more important that you avoid the glitch, right, than it is, the 1 or 2% slider you might be off. Usually that doesn't mean more than, a 0.1 or so difference. So just make sure you're not hitting a glitch. Pull straight with the 59 flicker, P3 minus 10. Hit perfect and have a really, really good chance walking away from hole 17 with the eagle using a kingmaker. Good luck. Hope you get the drop, and we'll see you on the last hole.